Danfo offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshe traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfo, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfo, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfo, Africa. To learn more, visit danfo.africa.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. And this is a special edition. So everyone, once a month, well, we'll probably roll twice a month. But for now, the first Tuesday every month, we'll be hosting here on Search for Huru a special edition podcast called My Pad Travel Connect, in which we will be bringing on influencers in the travel industry who are making an impact and doing some awesome things. So today's guest from Traverse Culture is our sister Kia Simmons, all the way from Kenya. We're going to be discussing, and people rarely talk, when people think medical tourism, they think Turkey and, I don't know, I've heard Panama, but primarily Turkey, but they forget Africa. And Kenya, where our sister Kia is located, is actually number 2 in Africa and 50 globally. So don't sleep on Kenya when it comes to medical tourism. And me myself, I went to Kenya last November to get a full checkup done and teeth cleaned, and I spent like $400, y'all. But before we get started, got a couple of announcements. Announcement number 1, guys, make sure you visit mypath.org/travel desk. Again, mypath.org/travel desk. Make sure you guys visit. There are a number of tours that are coming up, and this is who is hosting this podcast today. So make sure you visit MyPad Travel Desk, mypad.org/travel desk to learn more, and also visit danfo.africa. Again, danfo.africa. We are rolling to Senegal in May, Nigeria in August, Zanzibar in September, and then Sierra Leone in November. So if you're interested in joining us on one of our trips, please visit danfo.africa, and then also make sure you visit mypad.org/travel desk to learn more, y'all. Again, we would love to have you on one of our experiences. How's everyone doing in the chat room? BB, you got beef today? I've got a bone to pick with Kenya and some of these other countries who get America's financial support using our citizens' tax dollars. I am seeing a lot of ungrateful disrespect going on. I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe Kia does. But we'll bring Kia on, and maybe she, maybe she has an answer. I don't know. But if you guys don't know, MyPath stands for most influential people of African descent. I am on my Padian. Been on my Padian since 2020. Is it 2021 or 2020? It was during COVID. So since 2020, I myself have been on my Padian. So again, visit mypad.org to learn more. Without further ado, let's bring on our sister Kia. What's up, Kia? Kia, you gotta unmute yourself. Oh, she said she can't hear me. That's weird. Can you guys hear me in the chat?
Hello?
Okay, we hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you at all.
That's weird. In the chat, can you guys hear me in the chat? Press 1 if you can hear me in the chat.
I haven't heard you the whole time. I can't.
Yeah, they can hear me in the chat.
I don't even know. I don't know. Can the chat hear you?
Yeah, the chat can hear me.
The chat can hear you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Maybe I need to go and come back because I can't hear
go and come back
anything.
and see.
Okay.
Go and go back. No, sorry about the technical difficulties. Yeah, Kia calling in on that Obama phone from Kenya. Kia calling in on that Obama phone from Kenya. Come on, Kia. So while we wait for Kia, how's everyone doing today? Shout out to you, Sai. See, I actually went to a Liberian networking event here in Atlanta this past Friday. A lot going on in Liberia. Good things going on. Taiwan has the best healthcare. Taiwan, the best healthcare index, 85.9. South Africa ranked highest in the continent of Africa, more than 60% doctors white in South Africa, less than 30% black doctors in South Africa. And then Kenya was number 2. Nigeria is number 5. So we got South in Africa as far as the healthcare index. South Africa number 1, Kenya number 2, Tunisia number 3, Algeria number 4, Nigeria number 5, Egypt 6, Morocco 7. Oh, so Nigeria's healthcare system is better than Morocco. And Ghana. And Tanzania. Taiwan's number 1. Where's America ranked? Here we go. Kid, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay. I'm like, how did Kia manage to get on her Obama phone, her Metro PCS phone in Kenya? You can't hear me. On her Getro in Kenya.
Not the Metro.
The Getro.
Okay.
The Getro.
I got Samsung. I got Verizon. Okay. Well, I don't got Verizon no more, but yeah.
Okay, so you're on MTN or Airtel.
Safaricom. I don't know why it was acting up. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, welcome our sister Kia all the way from Nairobi, Kenya.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so we're talking about medical tourism.
Okay.
And I came through last year and used your services, got a whole checkup, teeth clean.
Yes.
All in one day for like $400.
Yes.
So yeah, just so people when they think medical tourism, the focus has been on Turkey.
Yeah.
Because our folks, get BBLs and the hair BBLs too. I call them the hair BBLs. Now listen, now the brothers, they on the plane leaking. I ain't laughing though. I ain't laughing. Because listen,
Yeah,
if the hair start going, if my hair start disappearing, I might
you
be
gonna
on
do
that
it?
flight getting a hair BBL too.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all don't be laughing if I'm bandaged up and I start leaking. Don't be laughing. you
Okay.
know, they had the brothers on there leaking, seats
Uh-huh.
all bloody. I'm like, oh man, y'all got to at least take a week to recover.
Right, that part. That
That part.
part.
No, but
Hmm.
before we jump into it, just tell people about yourself and how you
Hmm.
started and why Kenya and how you ended up
Yes,
in Kenya and
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on here, brother. You were a pleasure to meet after us knowing each other on the internet
right.
for years.
Hmm.
And then meeting person, like, oh, he is who he is in real life. Yeah, so my name is Kia Wakesho Simmons. I am the CEO and founder of Traverse Culture. We are a relocation and medical tourism mobility company. We did start in the group travel space. Yes, Akini. Yes, my other name is Akini um, as well. But we did start in the group travel space, and we have transitioned fully over to a relocation and medical tourism mobility company.
Can you expand on that? So when you say you said mobility company,
Mobility.
mobility.
Yeah.
Expand on that.
Yeah, so it's one thing to be a travel company,
Mhm,
and people kind of understand what travel means. But when you're relocating people from one continent to the other, that's mobility. So
mhm,
it's essentially just speaking to what we do specifically and our niche, and it's mobilizing personnels from one place to another through
mhm.
our relocation program, and then to add on mobilizing them from one country to another to tap into the healthcare system here.
Okay. So you used to do group travel? Are you still active in group travel, or have you just shifted
Yeah,
away?
no, we have shifted from a travel concierge company
Mhm.
to fully a relocation and medical tourism company. We do
Boy,
have
sexy
aspects.
travel concierge. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Sexy. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, we specialize in concierge services,
Mhm,
but we're not a travel company. And so, what we wanted to people to understand is, don't confuse us. We're not travel agents. We don't book flights. We don't book this. We don't book that. We are mainly focused on the mobility or a coordination of your relocation
mhm,
and coordination of your medical the medical healthcare system and tapping into that. But we do have aspects of travel because travel is always going to be the nucleus, right? And
right.
so our Journey Back to Eden initiative is a group investigative tour.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So why Kenya? So I know you've been to I know you've traveled to more countries
yeah,
outside of Kenya.
yes.
Why Kenya?
I always say it on every interview. It's the people.
Mm,
It's the people. The people make this country beautiful. And it never ceased to amaze me as long as I've been coming to the country and now that I live here permanently. It's the nuances of meeting people on a daily basis who just take you into their circle and networking and all of the things, and even interfacing with some of the higher echelon people in this country.
mhm,
They're quite level-headed and down to earth, and willing to give you access to that community that is quite interested to do in the US. So yeah, it's the people.
mm. So a question I get often, Kia, is especially from I wonder if the correct term is elderly. Will that be the
Okay.
correct term? Older people,
Yeah,
elderly,
our elders.
elders.
Sure.
Okay. Is how's the healthcare?
Yeah.
When they, as far as relocating to Africa,
Hmm.
so for our elders, what does that look like if they move to Kenya? As far as
Yeah,
like
so
primary physician and
right.
all that.
And you got to experience it firsthand and high
I did.
level.
I did.
actually.
Mhm.
But I'll go back a bit why I started to believe in the healthcare system here in Kenya, and I didn't realize that I had been participating in medical tourism prior to my epiphany here in Kenya. But I got my braces done in Dubai. I
Mhm.
got some dental work in Thailand and
Mhm.
Belize and Kosovo, all over the world. And but it was an incident here where I sprained my knee and my ankle, and they took me
What
to
what you doing? Was you percolating on the dance floor and
no,
you
I was riding one of the segways, and one of my clients
okay.
actually, she was an older lady, and she was doing really good. And I got excited. I was like, oh, and I was like, oh man,
I ain't
you
laughing.
know.
I ain't laughing.
And I thought I was gonna be all right. My team took me back to my apartment, and it just started swelling up. And
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to the hospital. This thing is really hurting me. And
Mhm.
so they took me to MP Shah. Anybody from Kenya, they know that's one of the top tier hospitals here, among the top tier hospitals here. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know anything about the healthcare system at all. Who especially when you're traveling to Africa, it's like
Yeah.
healthcare is the last thing that you're
Laughing.
thinking about, right? And so they took me to the hospital. They got me in there. I got registered for $20. They took me to the back. They gave me a shot for pain. Didn't even ask, but I'm ex-military and I did contractor for a long time. So it's just like, it's a part of the journey. And then they took me back to do an x-ray to see if I had sprained it or broke my ankle or my knee. We realized it was just sprained.
Mhm.
Then they gave me a diagnosis for spraining and medication, and I was out of the hospital in less than 2 hours.
Mhm.
All of that was $70, and they handed me my x-rays. At that point, I was like,
Yeah.
wait, why are you giving me my x-rays? They was like, you paid for it. Excuse me. And the pharmacy was in the hospital.
Mhm.
So it wasn't like I had to go somewhere else to get it. It's in the hospital. All
Yeah.
of the bill was one bill. And I got my x-ray. I said, why am I not focusing on the healthcare system here? Yeah.
Mhm. Guys, hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. And what we'll do in about 15 minutes, we'll put the link in the chat room. You guys can call in. We'll take a couple callers.
Oh,
And
yay.
guys, this is Kia's special guest. We're not getting ratchet on here, okay? Don't come on here wanting to argue, okay? I
They
gotta warn
argue.
them because yeah, sometimes our shows,
Okay.
depending on the
Okay.
topic, get a little, not
Okay.
combative a little bit, depending on the topic.
Okay.
This ain't that topic, you guys. Okay,
Okay.
so be nice. All right. So insurance,
Yeah.
how's that look like in Kenya? Health insurance.
Yeah, so the beautiful bit about what we do in terms of us being a certified medical tourism facilitator is that one, we do have legal binding contracts with the top tier hospitals here, which are level 5 and level 6 hospitals in this country. I would just tell people to Google that. And then some of our partners are also JCI accredited, which is accreditation from the United States and internationally accredited. Now, when we look into insurance, we're also in legal binding partnership with the local health insurances here, such as CIC Group. And I'll break down what my insurance look like as a veteran. I am a U.S. veteran as well.
Mhm.
And we're also in partnership with Jubilee, Brentham, and Old Mutual. Anybody Kenyan, they know these local health insurance. One thing I will say about the Kenya health insurance industry is one is quite affordable.
Okay.
Depending on what you're looking for.
Mhm.
If you are looking for payment plans, not all insurance work off of payment plans. Like
Okay.
CIC Group, you do have to pay the full premium.
For the year
Um,
or
yeah,
6 months.
per the full year. But
Mhm.
Jubilee does allow payment plans. But I've even like tomorrow, no lie, no joke, no shade. Tomorrow, I'm literally taking our partner CIC Group to the director of immigration tomorrow
Mhm.
so he can switch from one insurance to another,
Oh wow.
because I told him about my insurance. So we're just casually talking in the office, and I'm just talking about our program and how we're making it a bit more robust. So people can be successful in their relocation, especially our elders and our veterans and anyone with any disability, right? Healthcare should be the top of the list,
Yeah.
as well as a living will and so on and so forth, right? Because we're now seeing diasporans pass away over here, and there's no course of action at all, right?
Expand on that a
We had
little
two
bit.
diasporans pass away here in Kenya the
Oh,
last 3 weeks.
oh,
One is a Jamaican diasporan
mhm,
who's only been in the country maybe 2 years. He passed away in a car accident. He fell asleep at the wheel. And he couldn't have been no more than 35 years. So I just saw him 2 weeks before. And there was no course of action. And unfortunately, his body is still here. They're still trying to raise funds to send the body back to Jamaica. And so it's a situation like that. And there's another brother who was probably in his 60s, had a heart attack and passed away over here, an African American, right? And so it's one thing to romanticize this whole thing of
right.
relocating and saying I'll be all right, but death is imminent. It's going to happen. And so having life insurance, health insurance, having a living will, a course of action in place in your relocation is imperative. And now we have made some of those things mandatory when you relocate through our program. So I'm talking to the director and I'm telling him about these things that I'm implementing now, my new SOPs and KPIs and all of the things that we have revamped for the new year. And he was like, yeah, how much is your health insurance? And I'm a veteran. And he's like, I said, oh yeah, I paid $90K for the whole year. For my Kenyans, they know what $90K is. That's $700 for my premium. My
The whole year.
premium, the whole year.
Some folk understand, like for me, good insurance here in America, out if you're not employed, if you're self-employed, that could look like $400, $500 a month for
A month.
halfway decent a month. So you're
Correct.
saying 700 a year.
700 a year. I paid the full premium. And again, I'm a veteran. But in my mind, I'm like, if I was to get sick and I did not have the money to pay out of pocket, the healthcare industry doesn't work here the same it work in Kenya. You either have to put a deposit when you check in, right? Or you're not going to be seen at all. And if you put the deposit, you don't have the money to pay before you leave, they're not going to let you leave. That's it. So everything works on cash here. Nothing evolves around credit. So you have to have the money up front. So for me, if at any point I did not have money for healthcare, it made sense to me, even as a veteran that can pay out of pocket and be reimbursed through my VA benefits. It made $700. That's crazy. I mean, and I'm not sick now, but if I got sick, I can use my health insurance here and essentially get reimbursed through the VA that way, right?
Okay.
And so I'm telling him, it's $90K, $700, and I have about $600K outpatient. So that's about $600K is a little over $5,000, maybe $5,500 in outpatient, right? And if you're a fairly healthy person, you're not using that, right? And then inpatient is 3.5 million. So that's about $35,000. No, about 30,000. And again, because the healthcare is quite affordable, even if you had a brain surgery, you're not spending $30,000. You're not. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So speaking on types of surgery, so when we think medical tourism, we're thinking cosmetic, veneers, BBLs, implants. Do they do that as well in Kenya? Or?
Yeah, Kenya is quite versatile. Kenya has the second best healthcare in all of Africa behind South Africa. I saw somebody mention the top tier African countries, and Kenya was one of those countries. Kenya is number 2, especially the private sector in terms of the healthcare system. So yeah, anything cosmetic, we have a partner called Halcyon. That you can do cosmetic or weight loss procedure, as I did the adjustable balloon, and I lost up to about maybe 25 to 27 pounds.
What's that? What's the adjustable balloon?
So they put this balloon in your stomach. It's almost like the gastro without the surgery.
Okay, I know about gastro. Okay.
My intestines, and you can go on my YouTube. We recorded the whole procedure, and went through my esophagus into my stomach, and they inflate the bag in your stomach, and it shrinks the stomach. without having a surgery, and then they can take it out.
Okay.
So essentially, that's what I did. One, I did it to prove that the medical healthcare system works here. I can't preach that, hey, you should do this, and I didn't use it. And then I also wanted to lose weight. So it was successful. I did take the bag out, and then I started the shots here with my client, with
Shots.
my, like the Ozempic shots. I don't do
Oh,
Ozempic.
Olympic. Okay, Olympic. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the other shots. And the great thing about our partners here, they don't compromise any procedures to just get the job
Awesome.
done,
Mhm,
right? Yeah. And
mhm,
so that was another reason why we partnered with Halcyon. Shout out to Halcyon. It's a level 4 hospital.
mhm,
Um, and then I was my knees were bad. I thought I
mhm.
had bad knees, but I went to the specialty area that you went, the
Yeah,
Anderson Clinic.
yeah.
They have all type of specialists there. And he did an x-ray on my knees, and he's like, yeah, no, you just have to get the weight off your knees. You're okay. Like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah.
Someone's
Yes, you
asking,
can
can you get
always
a
transport.
shout out to Safari 245. So actually, Safari 245, he's based in Kenya, and he does some of my graphic design work. And so you can also get the hairline transplant. I'm telling, hey, listen, my hair
Correct.
end up back here.
Yeah.
I might.
You could get all of that. You could get hairline. You could get breast reduction. We have a older woman coming in for a breast reduction here.
Mhm,
You could get the BBL. You could get the mommy makeover. All of that. Now we don't really promote that, but we
mhm,
do offer that.
mhm.
More of our aim is preventative health. Uh, so you're about to get an exclusive. We just became
But
co-owners of Ubuntu
owners,
Creative. Yes,
owners,
yes,
like you the
yes.
boss, like you co-boss.
Yep, co-boss,
Okay,
equity
okay, okay.
shareholder of Ubuntu Creative Village, which we are going to be changing it into a preventative health and wellness center, the first here in East Africa and Central Africa.
Okay.
Um, and what that means is, when people talk about going to Bali or the
Mhm,
Philippines and all these places to go to these retreats and
mhm,
holistic wellness centers and campus. This is
mhm,
what we're creating here in Kenya, in Rongai. So we're super excited about that. But we also focus on fibroid issues.
mhm.
We did a fibroid surgery of a celebrity sister here. I remember I told you about
Yeah,
that,
yeah. Mhm,
and it went tremendous. And she was quoted 30,000 USD in the States because she didn't have health insurance. She
mhm,
came here and tried to do it on her own, and she was quoted 1 million Kenyan shillings, which is about 7,500.
mhm.
And we got the surgery itself down to 115, which is about 980
Okay.
for open fibroid surgery.
$980.
Correct.
All right, and just again to be, clear, like they're not sacrificing or compromising the actual like surgery itself.
No, because most of these, we're only in partnership with JCI accredited hospitals, international accredited hospitals, the top tier hospitals, and private sector. And we have such a great relationship, as you saw,
Right.
especially with
Mhm.
the Nairobi Hospital. Shout out to the Nairobi Hospital.
Oh yeah.
They
Is
treat
that the
us
hospital I
like,
went to?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, like royalty.
Right.
And
Mhm.
we're looking to possibly open up a office in the hospital, so that we can also offer patient advocacy. So it's a thing.
Okay. We have a question. What is a level 4 hospital meaning far as ranking, or do it's a really great uh, hospital? I guess he's asking how does it stand up towards.
Yeah. So in the States, you typically go from a tier 1 to
Mhm,
tier 5, starting at the top. Here in Kenya, you go from the well, it's still the start. That's yeah, no, from the bottom down. So if you're a level 4, the hospitals here in Kenya go to a level 6, meaning the credentials, the accreditations, the how modern and the services and the procedures that they offer.
mhm,
So your top tier hospitals here will be a level 6 hospital. A level 4 would be a few tiers under, but they're still above a level 3
mhm,
hospital.
mhm. So why I know you had your experience, and you might have already answered this. So why the pivot from group trips to medical tourism?
Group. No, it's what the market called for. We
Okay.
just literally started getting more relocation.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I'm having a brain fart. We started getting more relocation requests, excuse me,
Right. Got you. Hmm.
over the group travel. We started to see a shift. It was also strategic because we started to see a shift in group travel, right? Yours is very niche and very,
Hmm.
very unique. I've told you that for years, right?
Right.
There's like nobody else that's still 7, 8 years later not offering what you're offering. However, there's a lot of us that are offering what I was offering. Mine was a little bit mixed of two. And we
Hmm.
started to see that industry become a bit saturated and people calling for something different.
Got you. Got you. Guys, links in the chat room, and also on the screen if you want to reach out to Kia, tverse.com, if you guys are interested in any of the services that we're discussing. Relocation.
Yeah.
Who who's a, I don't want to say perfect, but who's a good relocation candidate? Like who would want to relocate? Outside, because
Yeah.
so when I first started, it was oh, they killing us in America, we dying, the police
Right.
killing us, so I don't know, has that kind of shifted? Like who's who's
No, it's well, yes and no.
Mhm.
Because you and I started around the same time, right?
Right.
And no. Well, the US has gotten even more.
Mhm.
Is we on a whole nother level concerning the US.
Mhm.
But um the shift has changed in my marketing and my information expansion, right? And so I guess we do attract a different group of people. One, we have qualifiers. We are not selling you a dream at all.
Okay.
We're not selling that Kenya or the continent is the end all be all. And we typically also tell our clients that relocation is a luxury. It's not something that you do to try to run away from America. I
Mhm.
didn't leave the US because I was running away. I didn't leave even to cut my costs because my overhead expense in the US was quite quite
Right.
reasonable.
Right. You
Um,
buy Kia balling, what I'm saying? She
yeah, no,
balling.
no, no,
You
no,
know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying? She
no,
balling.
trust me. No, 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 no. But it was quite reasonable, my overhead expense.
Mhm.
Because I'm just a frugal person. I plan strategic and quite
Yeah.
calculated. So for me, this was a strategic business move that took 15 years, almost 15 years to do. So it wasn't like I just picked up the move, right? And so what we're starting to see is we're starting to see people who are 45 and above
Okay.
choosing to relocate, who are quite established. And because we do have qualifiers, we do not relocate any and everybody. And what that looks like is if you do not have a
Mhm.
sustainable income, we
Mhm.
will not relocate you. If you do not qualify for the immigration here, we will not relocate you.
Mhm.
And so because our messaging has changed as well or progressed, we're starting to see qualified people who are serious and
Right.
who understand what relocation actually means.
Okay. What are some more qualifiers, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, some is a mindset,
Mhm.
but we're our business. We're a service provider, so I don't want to dig too deep into emotional decisions.
Got you. Okay.
Because as we grow, we will diversify our clientele.
Mhm.
We actually will have the first veteran of a different hue relocate with us at the end of March,
That's fine.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
and we're a service provider, and
Right.
so
Exactly.
um, the main two qualifiers are those two things. Because if you don't meet those two qualifiers, we don't even
Mhm.
need to talk about anything else because
Mhm.
there's no way you could be able to survive here if you don't meet those two qualifiers.
Right. So you just don't want a situation like you see a lot. I mean, I don't want to say Ghana, but well,
Yeah,
Ghana.
it is. It is
In
happening. It
some
is
in
happening.
some of Tanzania, people coming just moving off the. I want to be very careful how I use my words.
Okay.
Moving off of the spirit of Garvey,
All
you
right.
know, but just don't have the sustainable income to keep
And
the
that's
fire.
all good. That's great, and it sounds great, and I'm all for it. But I think now, because I'm seeing so many mistakes happening,
Right.
I am even moving away from the feel good messaging to reality.
I feel you. I've moved away from that as well.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
me too.
Mhm. No, I understand. Guys, links in the chat room. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in, we'll take a couple callers. If you want to call in and ask a question, you're more than welcome to. Again, link is in the chat room. Also, someone had a question here.
Okay.
What is the minimum dollar amount a person should have to relocate to Kenya?
So it depends on the family size.
Mhm.
Our largest family is a family of 10, which half of the family we are relocating on Friday.
Oh
So
wow.
six family members are relocating on Friday. Their immigration fees alone is 32,000.
Okay, so when you say immigration fees, that's what
That's to the
not,
government.
okay, is that
That's to the
visa
government.
and
Yeah, that's for the
residency?
permits. Yeah, that's for the permits for
Gotcha,
all
okay.
6 family members is
Mhm.
32,000. All right. That's
Okay.
not their relocation package. That's
Right.
not their business development. That's not
Mhm.
housing. That is the relocation government fees.
Mhm.
I mean permanent immigration government fees. By the way, did you see that I became the first? Well, you don't know this part. I am a stakeholder on the board of immigration, the national coordination mechanism under
Well,
immigration.
no, what you did was you had
Mhm.
last year.
Yes.
So that where you had
Yeah.
like the I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the first American ever in the history of Kenya to become a stakeholder on the board. And so when we look at the minimum has to be $2,400 for a single
Mhm.
person. 2,400 is our minimum, not our, because then you qualify for either the Class K permit,
Mhm.
the digital nomad. I would still say you need to make no less than $2,400.
Oh, that's a
Um,
month. $2,400 a month.
correct.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Mm.
For one person.
And then as far as proof of funds, how would they
Proof
send
of
that
funds.
to?
So immigration will, for the Class K, we have to show receipt that you receiving residual income that's not tied to a W-2. So you have to
Gotcha.
show that.
Like
And then for
1099 or
yeah. No, like a pension. That's the retirement one, the quote on retirement
okay,
visa.
got you.
Then the digital nomad, then we would just show receipts of you making money in either your business, your LLC from the US, or the company that's paying you. And then you have to get a letter from the embassy for stating that you are not bind to anything in the United States for you to work in Kenya outside of the Kenyan the corporate Kenya. And
Mhm.
then your investor's permit requires 100K investment in your local company, 100K USD. And then with the government fees, you're looking about 10 to 12 USD. So you're looking about 115,000 for
Mhm.
investors from it.
Got you. Got you. Guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and ask a question, you're more than welcome to click on that link and call in. We discussed the cosmetic surgery. They do offer it. Somebody said skin tightening, neck and or jaw reduction.
All of that. They offer all that. Dental, cosmetic, everything.
Mhm.
Knee surgery, back surgery, hysterectomy, IVF, alternative birth plans. We do all of it.
Oh wow. So there you guys go. Get everything done in Kenya for a fraction of the price without the service being compromised, which is
Correct.
a
Correct.
big. Yeah, we don't want to show up at a hospital and walk out with a staph infection. You know, don't want
Okay, that part.
yeah, don't want none of that. But guys,
Yeah.
links in the chat room. How can people reach you? The site is your site is on the screen, but
Yeah. You
how
can
can
reach us
people?
at tverse.com. You can also call our 1-800 number, even though our main headquarters is here in Kenya. We
Mhm.
still have a US 1-800 number where you will call, you leave a message, and we will return your call. You can also email us at info@tverse.com. Follow us on all of our social medias at Traverse Culture. And the best way to start any of our services is to go to the website and book your screening assessment consultation.
Yeah. And guys, myself, I used the service last year. It was great, very professional. Can't complain.
It was good, yeah?
It was good.
Like, what were you most shocked by?
I wasn't shocked by anything because I know you, Kia. Like I know you won't do nothing half-assed. You know what I mean?
Nefarious.
Yeah. So I wasn't necessarily shocked. I was more kind of, I don't say upset because I get the cost of living in America is more than Kenya.
Yeah.
So just what I could get, how further my money goes in Kenya when it comes to health services versus in America. Because I remember one time I was calling a dentist to get a cleaning with no insurance, and it was like $500, $600. The cleaning I got done at the hospital was like $50. And
Yeah.
and, and see and see, let me back up. So there's a cleaning and then there's a deep cleaning. So the cleaning alone here in the US was like no insurance, like $500. Not
Mm-hmm.
the deep cleaning, because when they open your mouth up, you're like, okay, nah, we gotta,
We
do
gotta
the
go
deep
deep.
cleaning, right? We gotta
Yeah,
nut
yeah,
you
yeah.
up. So I paid $50 for a deep cleaning.
A deep cleaning.
A deep cleaning. And see, the thing is, I didn't even ask for it. She just started, doing a deep cleaning. I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah. She was just like, I'm like, oh, you're doing a deep cleaning. She was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Was
like,
that a
okay.
part
I
of
was
the
like, all right.
bonus?
So it's include. Okay. It was like 50. It was between $50 and $80. It was no more than $80. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
no,
remember
yeah.
the
No, it
Kenyan.
was 10K. So 10K is about $70.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
included the deep cleaning. That
The
was the
deep.
deep cleaning. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And then the wellness checkup.
That went
Like I
well.
remember you
Everybody was
going from
cool,
place to
professional.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, like I said, I it was great. It was
Yeah.
great. It was
Yeah. I
great.
tell people.
We got a caller. Go ahead, Taraka.
Oh, yay.
Hey, how you doing?
Well,
Hi
good.
sister, how you doing?
Hey, how are you? Good.
All right, Diane, this is what I call a fruitful discussion.
Well, like I
Did
said,
it-
I told Kia earlier, like sometimes, we be depending on the topic.
Yeah, this is fruitful. I had some dental work done a couple like about 2, 3 years ago. And I was thinking of going to Cuba, but I had started it here. I wish I had ended up going there because the thousands of dollars I spent was something else.
Mm.
So I definitely encourage people, if you guys are doing this, Kenya is doing this, to definitely jump on it because it is not worth the money. When I mean thousands of dollars, I mean thousands of dollars. Okay,
Yeah.
and it was ridiculous.
Mm.
That thing set me back so much. I couldn't believe it cost that much. It was that much money. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying? But I had to get it done.
Yeah.
All right, I had to get it done. But I was telling Dinus that because of the shifting of what's going on in the world right now,
Mm-hmm.
Africa needs to take advantage of the switch. This is their chance to take advantage of the switch because on one part of the world, there not going to be no tourism there for a long time. It's done. It's done. So black people, African people, this is your chance. Take advantage of it because all roads lead to Africa. It's going
Mm.
to happen. It will happen. They have no choice, none whatsoever. And that's what I could see in that subject.
Absolutely.
hmm
I agree. Yep.
Taraka, if you don't mind me asking, what procedure were you getting done? If you don't mind me asking.
I had bad gums.
Mhm.
And I believe it or not, I inherited from my mom.
Mm.
My
Oh.
mom went through the same thing when she was young, real bad gums.
Mm.
And so my teeth was shaking. Good teeth
Oh.
was shaking. 'Cause the gums was messed up. So I had to do a whole procedure to replace everything. And I'm not ashamed of saying it because it's happened.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it happened, and this happened.
Mm-hmm.
This happening from I was young, from I was young, just shaking. You know, so I had to get good teeth pulled. All right. So I had to get, but the bones was still, intact. All right. So I was able to do implants,
Oh, okay.
replace everything. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? When I tell you
Mhm.
that thing cost me a half a century, that's what it costs.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, for real. I mean, no
Mhm.
joke. So I had to get it. I had to get it done though. But you guys do those? I'm sure they do implants. You guys do
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too?
yeah. Yes, yes. We do implants. Yes, we
Yeah,
have we have facilities that we are partnered with that does
yeah,
that.
I encourage. I've encouraged somebody to do it because I found out later on too. Somebody flew to Thailand and did it, and it cost him much less with the flight and the
Correct.
hotel. It still
Correct.
cost him much less.
All right.
Correct.
You see, so I
Yep.
definitely encourage anybody to take Kenya up on that. You see,
Absolutely.
yep. So I have to say,
Thank you,
I
brother.
appreciate you, my brother. We got one more caller. Go ahead, X.
Mm.
Mute yourself, X.
Hey, Donis,
Hey,
how you guys doing?
doing great.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, I have a friend of mine. We both live in New York, and then she went through a cancer treatment. Right, she finished all her that aggressive cancer treatment,
Mm-hmm.
and now she has to do a follow up.
Mm-hmm.
But now her insurance is not covering the follow up that she want to do.
Okay.
Right, so basically, the first time that she went on a follow up, her insurance is not going to charge her $15,000. I mean, $11,000,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
now I didn't even know that because she got a brownstone in Harlem, so they
Mm.
want to put a lien on her property to continue her treatment.
Can you do that with medical? With medical debt, or is that school debt where you? I don't know, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't know that's the case. If you have a property and if you don't put the property into trust, they can go after your
Mm.
property for the medical bill.
Oh yes, they can put a lien on it. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
they you see something lien. Yes, they can.
right. So, and I be in Nairobi. I basically go there sometime. I have yeah. So in since 2024, but I would encourage her to go there. I hope she's listening. If not, then I'll give her this video for her to do a follow up or travel culture. If she can do her, follow her treatment over there because she's working. She got a full time job. She's a professor. But the thing is, she got to do the follow up treatment. That's what she's
Yeah,
going through right now, and it's very very expensive. The first time she go, they charge them with $11,000, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
and it's we are partners with specialty hospitals here for cancer, but even the major hospitals here. We had two cancer patients come here from Alaska
Hmm.
Mm.
and did a second opinion, and one didn't even have what stage she was in because the doctor in the U.S. refused to tell her, and she came in. She found out she was stage 4, not active, but stage 4 cancer. The other patient found out that who had a double just what is it vasectomy, um, found out that the staples that they were supposed to had dissolved was still in her chest when we took her to the hospital.
Oh
And
wow.
so for your regular cancer treatment here with one of our partners is $60. And so I don't know what it would cost for her follow up, but I'm sure if the regular cancer treatment here is $60 and dialysis is $8. I mean $80. No,
Dallas is $80.
$80. Excuse me.
Well, no, 80.
Uh,
Was that still?
80, yes, per treatment. I'm sure that we can assist her with getting it's way less than 11,000 for a follow up, for sure.
Okay. Okay. But thank you for. Excuse me. Thank you for telling me this. I will, send this video to her if she's not listening. So
Mm.
in that way, I can because she got this property and she can easily sell it for $6 to $7
Yeah,
million.
yeah,
Brownstone in Harlem, and just
yeah,
move to Nairobi. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
because she's
Absolutely.
she's right now fighting for her life. What,
Yeah,
but she's saying, "Oh, I want to live in a bigger house." I said, "Yeah, you can live in a bigger house. Like, they have a townhouses in Nairobi that you could live a quality life." But just then, once you say it's Africa, people just don't want to deal with it, right? So,
and that's fair. That's
yeah.
fair. So send it over, and if she
Mhm.
reach out to us, we'll make sure that we can see the best way to assist her.
All right, okay. I'll give your contact to her, and then we'll do follow. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys, man. I appreciate that. Have a good day.
Yes.
Bye.
Appreciate you. All right. Kia, would you suggest that someone sells their real estate in America to relocate to
Uh,
Africa? Would you?
it depends on your end goal. It depends on the
Okay.
end goal, right? I sold everything. I consolidated everything because my end
Mhm.
goal was to be able to reinvest. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
So I needed to consolidate some things to reinvest some things, and I didn't want to be tied for tax purposes for residential property.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
and then even being a resident in North Carolina and paying state taxes, right?
Mhm.
So there was just some things I needed to alleviate
Gotcha.
in order for me to have a certain level of what I call freedom, right?
Mhm.
But that may not work for everybody. But in her case, um, depending if she have children, if she want to leave the property there, we already know if you don't pay taxes on it, you really don't own it, and all
Mhm.
this other stuff. So it's just like you make a 7 million off of the property. I say sell it, sell everything,
Mhm.
consolidate your debt. And yeah, look for greener passages. I mean, we only have one life to live. When you're dead, nobody remembers the rest of that stuff. They
All
don't.
right. True. True. Let me Talker, you wanted to ask something else?
Yeah, I just want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Um, you know, when people, especially high ranking people, go to different countries to get treated. Do you know if that's trending down or it keep going? Because they keep saying that, or people keep saying that these, hospitals in Africa is no good and no. I mean, they're wrong, but is that still a mindset? Do you think, or is trending down?
No, it's still a mindset. You talk about the locals.
Well, I guess locals, high ranking official, in
Yes, it's still
people in
a mindset.
general.
Absolutely, it's still a mindset. And in fact, when I'm in circles of elite people in this country, and I say that I promote medical tourism, and I facilitate medical health care from the U.S. to Kenya, Kenyans literally fall out of their chair. And I had a
Okay.
chance to prove what I was saying was true. And Nairobi is quite diverse and multinational,
Yeah.
and there's Kenyans of all race here who's been here for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
generations, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the owners of a restaurant, high end restaurant here, was among these upper class Kenyans, and I'm talking about medical tourism. Somebody explaining what I'm doing, and it was like, no, 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 no. 2 weeks later, they had to call me. One of their friends, who was an older Italian man, because there's a huge Italian community here that's been here like forever as well. Um, he was rushed to the ICU, and they called me and they were like, "We need you to go to the hospital and make sure that he has the best doctor. The wife is there. He's in ICU. Can you go check it? Da 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 da." Because again, the speculation is that it's a local hospital. It's one of the top tier hospitals here, but the speculation is that the healthcare system doesn't work, right? And I don't even want to go into why, because Kenyans are quite interesting. But I go because I have a really good relationship with this hospital. I walk right into the ICU unit. I see the patient. I make sure that this is the top tier hospital there. I speak to the wife. I make sure that the price is going to be right and that he's going to be okay. They call him, and he called me and said, "Now I believe you. I don't know how you're able to, not even a Kenyan can walk up into an ICU unit to make sure that somebody is okay and that he's getting
Hmm.
well taken care
Mhm.
of and all the things." So, yes, we are dispelling the myths as the only company to promote medical tourism inbound to Kenya. And this is why I'm pushing for us to even have an office in the hospital for patient advocacy, even for local Kenyans.
Yeah, but and the funny thing is, they leave from over there, come here, and guess who they end up seeing? African doctor.
That part,
Ain't that
that part.
my one of my doctors from Nigeria? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You end up seeing that.
exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, but
Uh,
it's all conditioning. We all have to go through the the phase of conditioning. If I didn't really believe in the system and understand how it worked, I wouldn't be promoting it. So it's all a part of the process. You meet people where they are.
and then the study in, I mean, I know of people that got their degree through undermined stuff, almost paying for it here, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And the study that especially in Africa have to do, the study, I mean, is so high. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable how high it is. You see what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I don't know why. Anyway, like you said, you got to change the mindset of
Hmm.
people.
Hmm.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All right, Dinus, sister, catch you guys later.
Thank you, brother.
Let's see here. How do I join the conversation? Ask a question. So there's a link. Can you take one more caller, Kia?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, guys. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in and ask a question, please click on the link. Again, Malik, the link is in the chat room. You click on the link and you could call in and add to the conversation and ask a question. Now, Kia, how long have you been in Kenya now?
It's been a year and some change. You mean permanently?
Permanently, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hit a milestone. I hit 15 years of traveling here. You and I are at 15 years
Yeah,
this year, right?
2011. Yeah, right.
Yep,
2011.
we're at 15 years
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you and I are at 8 years this year and doing this business. We should be. We started at the same time, 2018, yeah?
I started 2019.
Okay. So we're
Right.
yeah. We're 7, 8 years in. Yeah. So I hit 8 years, January the 21st of this year.
Mhm. I'll be at I guess that'll be 7 years in
Yeah, 7 years, yeah.
August,
Yep. Yeah,
in
yeah,
August.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got a good memory.
Yeah, we did remember
Well,
when
I
we did
remember we did the show, but you still got a good memory.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just know we're colleagues. So if I
Right.
think about the industry and I think about my peers,
Mm-hmm.
like you're one of my peers. So it's
True.
just easy to do the math. Yeah.
Now, as far as schools,
Yeah.
somebody has children, they want to relocate.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they have a public school system. So like public schools versus private schools in Nairobi or
Yeah.
Kenya,
Yeah.
what?
Most foreigners are not gonna put their kids in the public school. No shades in public school. Um, but most foreigners are going to do international, which we are in partnership with the schools here. It's all a part of our comprehensive relocation package. So you don't do anything on your own. We do everything for you.
That's how it should be. Just pay you a fee and say,
That's it.
yeah,
That's
that's
it.
how it
Like
should be.
the
Yeah,
family of six that's coming, they coming with 2 small children. We have to enroll them in school. That's a part of their relocation package.
Mhm.
We'll be getting healthcare insurance, primary care doctor, any specialty that they need. We're doing temporary housing, permanent housing as well. They're also going to be doing land acquisition with us, as we just signed a partnership with PDM Holding, which is the real estate arm of Aga Khan. Anybody Kenyan know what that means? Massive. We're the first company to sign a contract with them. So they're also going to be building their homes internally with us as well. So everything is concluded. But yes, the school program, the school system here, you have the Kenyan curriculum, which is the CBC, and then you also have the international or the Cambridge, the British curriculum.
Okay.
Or you could do cooperative homeschooling or homeschooling here as well.
Okay. Malik, we are waiting for you to call in. Link is in the chat room. If you have a question, click on that link. We'll wait another minute, Malik, and then you can call in and ask your question. If not, we'll close out.
Yeah, I see somebody say Obama. Oh, that's Papa. Papa, you change your username everywhere you go. Okay, I think whoever
You
that
know him? Oh, you know him?
him or he's a Kenyan,
Uh-huh.
and he goes on all of our no shade, no
Uh-huh.
shade. But he'll literally put or she puts statistics about everything. It's like they read in an encyclopedia, like all of us. I don't know how they find all of our like YouTube page, be on our live, and the comment section, everything. And they offer information, but it'd be a lot. It's intense.
Okay. Well, shout out to Pop
Yeah,
353.
shout out to they find us. One thing they're gonna do is they find us. Did the other
Let's
person
talk
figure it out?
let's talk infrastructure.
Yeah,
Power outages, you know,
yeah.
how's the infrastructure in Nairobi? How do you
Yeah, so Kenya and Nairobi, Kenya as a country is a two-tier country. It's no longer a third world country. I think quite a few countries on the continent are not considered third world anymore. They're two-tier developing country, which means Kenya specifically is competing on the global stage. As we see what's going on right now, let's take that in for instance, in terms of what's happening with Israel and U.S. and Iran. It has now affected Kenya. And so, like, we got a message today from the Ministry of Power and Energy. While we have a surplus of oil, the money that it takes to manufacture the oil to turn to fuel would then skyrocket to between 7 to 12% by the 15th of next month.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll also see a inflation in the food costs and across the board, real estate, everything. And so that lets you know that this is a country that's definitely operating on a global scale and affected by any global events that's happening. In terms of infrastructure, Nairobi, in terms of, I remember when I first started coming in 2011, I think you also witnessed this in other countries that we both have visited, where there would be like long extended outage because they would do ration. I know here in Kenya, they would ration the lights for at least 4 to 5 hours out of the day. And then by the time we got to Uhuru second term in presidency, we started to see that change where Kenyan Power, kind of was able to preserve energy, and we don't see that type of power outage. I know where I live, the building that I live at, I do live close to the president. I live 2 minutes away from the president house. So
okay, must be nice. Must be nice. You know, pop
I
pull up
don't
on
live
the
in a
president.
temper zone. I live in a very, very strategic location. And so if the lights go out, we're satellite driven, and we have a backup generator. So I've never went out without lights or water, or a long time without internet as well.
So Malik's asking, I live in Waiyaki Way.
Waiyaki Way Gardens. Is there a skin tighten available? Yeah. Unfortunately, you already live here, so we don't do any services for anybody already on the ground. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, because Negroes will teach you how to put policies in place.
Expand on that. Expand on that.
They become a liability. Oh, I heard from my Kenyan friend that I could get it at this price. Why are you charging this price?
Oh, okay.
They don't understand risk management. They don't understand, and what we ain't gonna do is go back and forth with people.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, because I know.
Malik, if you live here, you should be able to kind of research it on your own, I would think. But you never know.
He can research it, or he probably can figure it out. He ain't gonna get my price. But I just, us, diners.
Right. I do.
You know us,
but even with the people coming in, though.
We do service the people coming in.
I know, but even with them, man, I talked to a friend on the ground, and
no, not the people that we do, because we service you. You have to go through our 60-day program. So 30 days before you arrive. If you already on this here soil, don't even worry about reaching out to us. It's before you arrive is when we service anybody. Now, I will consider, because we do medical tourism, and I'm trying to see the best way that it doesn't become a liability and risk for me to take people that's already on the ground for medical health care. But right now, it's a no.
But what I'm saying, even for people who are coming in for medical health care, I'm sure they'd be like, I'll call somebody, you know, I knew a Kenyan, I paid that Kia, you know, this amount. And I found out 6 months later from, you know, this girl I met, you know, eating some in Choma, you know.
Yep.
You know that,
Yeah,
so you know.
we changed our policy to a screening assessment where
Okay.
you ain't getting no information out of us until we qualify you and see if we are a good fit for us or for you and us. That's $97. We got people saying that they can't pay $97 because they have $10,000 to relocate to where? Cambodia? Where? Where are you relocating for $10,000? You can't go from Atlanta, Georgia to North Carolina for $10,000. So you mean to tell me you're gonna make it make sense that you're going from one continent to another with $10,000?
I mean, some people, you know, they just a backpack. So Kia, when I was 18, listen, Kia, when I was 18,
Diners.
Kia, when I was hold on, Lisa, when I was 18 years old, and I graduated from university, when I graduated from high school at the University of Georgia, I left my house with just one.
Diners.
I'm just saying, hold on. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. Hold on. You know, I don't advocate the devil for nothing, but let me play devil's advocate real quick. So when I moved from Sacramento, California to Athens, Georgia, I had one sack. That's it. Just one. Just one bag.
Diners. You and I are now 43 years old. We will be 44 this year. Okay. Majority of our clients are on age with you and I. That's it. That's it. I'm not gonna say nothing else because we're not gonna make that make sense. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna set people up for failure. We're not gonna do that. That don't make no sense. Yeah, we are grown, bro. We is well in our 40s.
Hey, they might want to couch surf. You know.
You say what? At 40 some years old?
They might. They might.
What is your average age? Your average age is on age with us.
Yeah, true. You got some folks that, you know, they trying to save a dime. Hey, yo,
I ain't worked my whole life to come over here and live on nobody's couch.
Hey, Diners, man, you know, shoot, I'm just gonna go just stay in the village.
Nah. No, I ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. You cannot relocate with $10,000. The immigration fees alone will eat that whole $10,000 up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't do it. Your first 3 months rent and deposit for any starting at least $700 eats half of the $10,000 up.
But Kia, we all black, man. Why I need a visa to come home? Well, why?
Oh, don't you start me with that.
We black, we African. Why I need a visa?
Don't start with me with that because that is pissing me off.
We black, I ain't African enough. Why I gotta get a visa?
Then do it in the U.S. Do it in the U.S. Break the law in the U.S. Do whatever you want to do. Do it in the U.S. Why do you think that it's okay for you to come over to another country, regardless if it's in Africa, and break the law?
Man, these borders was made by the white man, kid. Why I gotta get a visa?
These people, it's a developing country. So you should want to contribute to the economy of a developing country as opposed to come over here and ask for something free or become a liability.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
I'm just giving you the answers. I'm just giving you the questions I be getting, you know.
Man, that's them hotel people. They got to relax.
The questions I be getting. See, we black. They just want to use us for our dollars, man. I got to pay for a visa and residency. They just want to use us for our money.
Then take your money and build a vertical that we can point to in the U.S. Build a vertical that we have built as the African American community in the U.S. Do it now.
But the white man holding us back here, Kia. See, it ain't right.
Ain't no white man holding you back.
It ain't right. Donald Trump holding us back, Kia. It ain't right. Donald Trump holding us back. So I can't build no vertical. So I can't build no vertical in America. Now you talking about I gotta buy a visa and I gotta get residency in Africa when I'm trying to come home as an African. It ain't right.
That's right. It sounds good, brother. Two things can be true. Just because you can't do it there, make sure that you come over here and do it then. If you can't do it in the US, then put your money towards building a vertical here.
Let's see. If someone single and over 40, you can see the question. Guys, call in. We'll take one more caller. Just click on the link.
Call in.
Yeah,
I'm on your time, brother.
Yeah, we'll take one more caller. Call in. Click on the link. Call in.
You know it's always a good time with us.
Hey, Kia, I'm gonna nominate you. Let you know. Hold on, I'm gonna nominate you for.
Nominate me.
Yeah. You're gonna be part of the cool guys club.
I'm a part of the cool guys.
Yeah. You're gonna be part of the cool guys club. Hold on, here we go.
Okay.
My pad, most influential people of African descent. I'm gonna nominate you.
Yay! So how does this work?
You're gonna be part of the cool club. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you down.
Let me answer the question then. What did it say?
Yeah.
That's a good question, though. What are the options for someone transitioning, a single person? Someone single and over 40 interested in relocated, do they just buy a house? What's the community available for someone like that? It depends on where you want to live on the continent. So we'll start there. We'll have to start with sustainability as well to see if you are able to relocate, and that'll determine the community that you'll be eligible to live in, right? Or your lifestyle. There's too many variables to answer that directly. Yeah, because where do you want to, Africa got 54 countries. So where would you want to transition, right? What's the time frame? It's too many questions to give a direct answer. So if you're interested in Kenya, I would say reach out to us and book an assessment screening.
Hey, think outside the box. Can you call in?
Oh, address all variables?
Yeah, just call in. Just call in.
Yeah, that's too vague. How would I?
Yeah,
I don't know your
just
situation.
call in. Click on the link and call in.
Yeah, I don't know your situation.
Well, wait a minute. If you don't call in, we'll go ahead and close out. But Kia, anything else you'd like to share in closing?
No, not really. I just want us to no, yeah, I do. I think as we both agreed that we're moving from this like feel good kind of messaging and marketing to more reality check. And so with the spirit of reality check for our sisters and brothers who are looking to relocate or even travel to the continent, start romanticizing the notion that you could just pick up and just start from scratch with nothing.
Right.
Or this notion that you don't need to do at least one trip to do an investigative or figure out what it is that you're looking for. Stop jumping off the porch and making emotional decisions, please. I beg of you. Right? And my last thing is to stop watching these content creators who do not have expertise like.
Oh, you went out. You went out. We can't hear you. Somebody calling you. You went out. I think he froze up now.
Do you see me?
I see you now. Okay. Go ahead. I hear you now. Go ahead.
We connected.
Go ahead.
That was your internet. Anyway, this notion that you could just jump off the porch and make these emotional decisions. I'm urging you guys to stop. Do your due diligence. Take your time. Make it make sense. Plan strategically and have some type of structure.
I agree. With that being said, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Dynasty Mir, My Path, Traverse Culture. Peace.